Pruitt Igoe. Pruitt Igoe. First, I would like to say happy birthday, happy C-Day to my brother. Owen, man, so rest in peace. Bloods and Crips wasn't a thing on the East Coast like that in the 90s. Not until the media promoted it. Then it was like the broom challenge. Hence the broom challenge, you know. People flew to it like flies on shit. That's what happened. However, we're talking about Pruitt Igoe right now. This is like the Mecca of projects, the very first projects, approximately the 50s. St. Louis, 57 acres, square acres, straight up projects. Thousands and thousands of families live there. Pruitt Igoe. At first it was like a paradise. However, shortly after became hell. Like a hell. Everything just torn apart. No maintenance. Federal government just said fuck it. But it was a project. See, the plan was to see how we can destroy the African American family. And there's one formula that you need to do this. You need to take the father out of the household. So if there's no father in the household, then yeah, we're heading for destruction. Imagine these projects, right? The very first projects, Pruitt Igoe. Imagine if they allowed fathers to be present in these households, these buildings, these projects. Fathers to live in these households. Imagine how different things would be. How many men we know handy with our hands. How many bricks we could build. How many light bulbs we can fix. How a child in these conditions with no father can mechanically fix a broken elevator. So imagine what the father could have done. We have a mother, but no father. We have the femme, but no male. No masculine energy in the household. And then they wonder why Pruitt Igoe fell. But then again, they don't wonder because it was a success, you feel me? It was a success because they took that same strategy and they built the projects in Brownsville, in the South Bronx, in Queens, Staten Island. Every freaking place where you know that there's projects. No father allowed in the household. Where is the father? You left the mother in slavery. So-called former slaves. Black Wall Street is already gone. They don't want another Black Wall Street, so there shouldn't be a father around. Nah, we don't need that. The mother is making $40 a month. The rent is $40 a month. Where is the fool? She's left to decide whether they eat or don't pay the rent. She's working on your plantation. This is your monopoly. You got a living on. And y'all keep screaming, the blacks, they're destroying the world. But Pruitt Igoe should have been born in St. Louis and died in St. Louis. Pruitt Igoe shouldn't be in Brownsville. Pruitt Igoe shouldn't be in the South Bronx. Why is it that the father and the mother can't be struggling together under the same household? Why they can't come up together, rise up out of the bullshit, out of the poverty, leave the projects, move on? And another family in that same position can do that. You know, two heads are greater than one. We lacking structure, right? The African American male is lacking structure. A father, leadership. But you take that away. And all of you Candace Owen supporters or people who represent, you glorify what you don't know. Because just like her, y'all look from the outside and y'all not really there. Y'all see it and y'all like, damn, but y'all not understanding what's causing this. You don't understand how important it is to have your father in your life, in your child's life. Y'all don't understand because you had your father. A lot of you guys had that father figure. Not everybody in our urban societies understand to want better. This is all they know. Like a sponge, they are the environment. So mommy ain't got no money for food. Then them little kids is going out and they doing whatever it takes to get food and money. Because mommy only got enough to pay the rent. She can't make a certain amount of money on welfare. Pruitt Igoe, it's the same fucking story. The failure that they admitted to in the paper on the front page. They destroyed the building. However, they managed to place it up in every motherfucking ghetto in every hood. The projects, everywhere. To fail families. They're a little cleaner now, but guess what? Where's the father? You understand? See, crime could just drop tremendously. Tremendously with this one little formula. How about in these urban societies, since, all right, guys, y'all want crime to stop in African American societies, and you with me, Black Lives Matter, right? Now, how about we go out there and protest and say, yo, let's allow the father to be able to live with the mother in these projects on welfare together. Let them all be under the same case, the whole family. For now on, they're all on the same case. They have to be in the same house. They have to be in the same household. How about y'all give these households to families? More family, fathers. Put the father in the household. How about we get the education going properly, and the Board of Education system sucks. And y'all know it. We got teachers quitting because they know how y'all depriving these kids of knowledge in the urban communities. I know the difference. I got children. They didn't go to school in the urban communities. You know what I mean? So I know the difference. I went to school in the urban communities. That's, you know what I'm saying? So nah, it's a big difference. We need to fix that. How about we fix that? You know what I mean? You want to make America great again, right? Let's make America great again. You know what I mean? The killing has to stop. But if there's no father figure in the home to tell a child or show a child the proper direction to go in, then what do you think is going to happen, y'all? We need these fathers. It's been cold for us. Back then we couldn't even go into the hospitals and get seen properly. People was investigating that. There was people making investigations on the hospitals because they didn't want to see us. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. What the fuck? That was crazy. We're not living in that time no more. But we're still living in that time. Police is still wilding. Firefighters used to wild. We don't know what happened when you was going in the ambulance. How many of us died with minor injuries in the ambulance or in that hospital back then? You know what I'm saying? It's so much better we could be doing. It's so much better. Y'all know it. Stop it. Stop it. The moment y'all feel like y'all want something new and shit, alright, this shit is looking really shitty, you start rebuilding your gentrification. People are still getting these minimum wages. Minimum wage shouldn't even exist. But unfortunately, minimum wages exist. If there wasn't an issue in the communities, why the fuck does minimum wages exist, period? For all poverty, you're talking about. Minimum wage exists. Why does it exist? Why? Why? Because this is what the urban communities, this is what they're getting offered only, pretty much. A lot of them. You know what I mean? You know how hard was somebody with degrees to get a good job in the urban communities, yo? It's not fair, y'all. It's not fair. So, minimum wages. When the minimum wage go up, the cost of living go up. You understand what I'm saying? So, where are we growing at? The moment we get a break, here goes Lucifer right around the corner. So we out there voting for Democrats and Republicans. We need to be voting for ourselves. This whole voting shit thing, to me, I don't know. I don't know, yo. I don't know. Guaranteed V.I.P. for life, yo. Some of these people out here, y'all need to just cut it, yo. Y'all need to cut it. That shit y'all be doing, yo, in the comment sections, like, I'm cool with blocking y'all because, like, Trump, like, he don't want to hear us. I don't want to hear y'all neither. How about that? I don't want to hear y'all. Whatever you got to say, if it's negative, don't say it. Because y'all never been in the ghetto. Y'all don't know nothing about the ghetto. Y'all probably came through, got scared, and left. Stay away from the ghettos. You know what I'm saying? If you're not trying to help the ghetto become a better place. I love God green ghettos. You understand what I'm saying? I love it. Because this is what we got. You know what I mean? And they go to poison. Unfortunately, we got to take trash and turn it into treasure. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Stay away from it. If you don't want to help us, just shut up. Shut up. You ain't got to say shit. You ain't got to scream no lives matter. Why are you doing this? Why are you screaming Black Lives Matter? Do they really matter to you too? Or you just doing it for clout? I'm out, yo.